It's the book club, and this time a charity collection of feminine rage. This is Good for Her. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dave Musson, and this is the place where normally I talk to you about Stephen King, but in this spin-off series I recommend great books to you. Yes, this is my book club, where each week I tell you about a book I've read recently that I enjoyed, usually from the horror genre, and just share that with you so you can go and check it out too. And in each episode, I will give you a synopsis of the book, a bit about the author, a spoiler-free review, and I will try and align it to a Stephen King book as well to help you decide if you're going to go and pick it out yourself and give it a try, and also to keep on brand with my channel. And hey, you know what the rules are around here. If you go and check out these books and you enjoy them, make sure you review them on Storygraph, Goodreads, Amazon, wherever you review stuff, and make sure you rave about them on your social media. Tell your friends about them, buy them copies, all of that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's probably about it. If you want to check out the rest of the selections from the book club, been doing this for almost a year now, so there's around 50 suggestions in there in that entire playlist. A mixture of new stuff and stuff that was new to me at the time. Go and have a look. See what you might find. Okay? With this time, we're diving into a charity anthology of feminine rage that came out on the 30th of June 2025. 17 stories in this one. Lots to get angry about. This is Good for Her. Okay, here's your synopsis of Good for Her. If you're not angry, you should be. Good for Her, an anthology of women's rage, celebrates women's rights and women's wrongs. Filled with rage, revenge and retribution, and featuring stories from writers including A. Jiang, R.J. Joseph, Hailey Piper, Candice Nola, M.J. Mars, Lee Kenny and S.H. Cooper. Good for Her is not only pure catharsis, it supports a great cause, with 100% of profits donated to Sisters Uncut. And normally I would say a bit about the author here. I'm going to say a bit about the editor, the sort of curator of this one, and that's Sarah Jules, who we've met on the book club before with her You Invited It In, You Need to Leave pair of books from earlier this year. Do check out that review if you want to. But here's a reminder of Sarah's bio. So Sarah Jules is an indie horror author from Yorkshire. She's a self-professed accidental hipster who refuses to apologise for this. She's also the owner of Sarah Jules Writing Service, a job that allows her to work in her pyjamas, for which she is immensely grateful for. And she's written 4 novels now. You Invited It In, You Need to Leave, Don't Lie, and Found You. And she edited Bloody Hell, an anthology of UK indie horror, which we covered on the book club last year. And there we go. Right, there's your background. Let's get into my review of the Good for Her collection. Spoiler free, of course. Okay, so anyone who identifies as a woman in 2025 has a lot to be angry about, and feel unsafe about, and feel scared about, and all of those things. So this collection is pretty damn timely, and it's a good read as well. So across the 17 stories here, you can feel the fury, you can understand the anger, and by the end, you'll feel even more determined than usual to just help smash the patriarchy. So, as is often the way with these anthologies, not every single one worked for me, but what I'm going to do now is give a shout out to the stories that did particularly click for me. So I'm going to pull my list back up and let's get into it, shall we? So Patient by M.J. Mars. This one, the story here is that men in the USA are getting pregnant via contaminated eggs, and this one's set in 2036. It's a really clever idea for a little bit of commentary. Perhaps a little preachy in parts, but actually generally very effective overall. My next favourite one was Babs by Anna Orridge. This is basically witchy weirdness in Wales. And yeah, this was a lot of fun with some really nasty stuff at the climax too. So Plague Daughter by S.H. Cooper. This was a really fun tale of revenge, and one that focused on allowing women to make choices instead of men. And yeah, that was just very effective. Next up, I'm going for The Savage Other by Lee Kenny, which was this weird folk horror sort of set in Roman times with like Celts and mentions of Britannia and all of that kind of stuff. And frankly, a lot of boobs and a lot of jizz. And I said weird, didn't I? A lot of weirdness as well. Just like, okay, cool. My next favourite one was A Suitable Punishment by Lisa Hutchinson, which sort of follows the aftermath of a mine explosion in a small town and what it did to the women there. Like, it was perhaps a little thin on story, but that was more than made up for with the amount of blood and gore and violence, which was stupendously brilliant. A shout out also for Teacups by Candice Nola, which was just this, it's a short poem and it was seething and hugely effective. Another one of my favourites was Boss Bitch by Megan Stockton, which was just this story of a crazy day in a literary agency with a really fun twist that I very much enjoyed. Two more I wanted to shout out. First of all, Return to Sender by Shauna McKelleney. Simple but very effective tale of vengeance and revenge. And then the last one was the last one in the book, Mandragora by T.C. Parker. Just a creepy and actually surprisingly quirky bit of folk horror to round off this collection that sort of I didn't quite see coming, but had a really good time with as well. So when comparing this to a Stephen King book, obviously the natural comparison is one of the collections, and Just After Sunset probably feels like the one most aligned to this. But also, across the entirety of this collection, I would also throw in Gerald's Game, Dolores Claiborne, and some bits of Rose Madder. Mainly the anger. Okay, so to sum up, not only by buying this book do you get a great anthology, because you do, but you also get to support a great cause. 100% of the profits of this are going to Sisters Uncut. They are a feminist group taking direct action against gender-based violence. So a very worthy and fitting cause. This one came out on the 30th of June 2025, so if you haven't picked it up already, go and change that, go and give it a go. And I want to say a huge thanks to Sarah Jules for the review copy. Much appreciated, and I hope the collection is a massive success. Okay, there we go. There's Good for Her in the book club. Are you interested in this one? You should be. Go and support it, supporting a great cause, and you get some banging stories out there as well. And if you do read this one, come back and let me know which story was your favourite. We're probably all going to have different ones. That's the beauty of anthologies and collections like this. Now, if you got this far, I'm going to give a couple of plugs for my stuff. I've got my award-winning collection of short stories, Once More Around the Sun, which came out in 2024. I have a Stephen King trivia book, which I published in 2022. I have a range of Stephen King themed band shirts. You can become a constant viewer, a member of this channel. All of those things, there are links in the description. And hey, if you can't do any of those or don't want to, that's fine. Come in and watch is just great too. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and maybe tell a friend if you are a subscriber to help keep this channel growing. And well, thanks for watching. I will see you again soon, either to talk Stephen King or to talk horror movies through the Silver Scream stuff, or right back here next week for another pick on the book club. Bye bye, and stay angry.